Well, hi and welcome to another A&Q video. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we can search for truth together and ask big questions. And whether you believe in him or not, I believe that there is a God who meets us on this journey. And more than that, I think that God, that he's foundational for the answer to our question today. And here's the question: what is my identity? Now, that's been a question asked by philosophers and theologians for thousands of years, and honestly, I don't think it's only the academics in the ivory towers who have wrestled with this question. You see, so many of us have wrestled with our purpose or what we're called to do in this world. I don't care if you're a lawyer or a doctor, a mechanic, stay-at-home parent, a student, whatever it might be. Have you ever wondered how to experience a meaningful life? Well, it traces back to that question: what is my identity? In other words, who am I? And the God who guides us on this quest for truth, he helps us answer that question in this book we call the Bible. Now, if you have questions about the Bible, we have other videos you can check out. You should probably do that. But in the opening pages of Scripture, we read this: "So God created mankind in his image." It goes on to say that all of us, men and women alike, were created in the image of God. Now, there is so much truth packed in what it means to bear God's image. So let's start with this. If you have a heartbeat and air in your lungs today, you need to know that you matter. To bear God's image, it means that you have inherent worth and dignity that cannot be taken away. You have value and purpose simply by existing. And the Bible, it goes on to say what that purpose is. In the same chapter that we just talked about, it says that God, he placed men and women above creation to rule over it as his representatives. Now, that's a big task. And if you keep reading in Genesis, it says that God, he's tasked us to care for his creation and reflect his attributes to the rest of the world. And we do that in so many ways. We do that by loving each other, by serving others. We do that by pushing back darkness. And all the while, we do these things as acts of worship to the God in whose image we are made. So, if you're looking for meaning and purpose in life, that's it. If you're moving through life unsure if you matter or if your life makes a difference, you need to know that you do, and it does. For God looks at you and says, I created this one. You bear my image. There's a part of you that resembles me. Now, as you keep reading in the story, you'll see that the same God whose image we bear, like humanity rebelled against him, and that made a big mess of things, to put it lightly. This is where words like sin or death, they enter into God's story. So yes, we all bear God's image, but we do so imperfectly, broken, but still loved by God. And it's out of his great love for us that this faithful God entered our story as Jesus of Nazareth. And he died for each one of us on the cross. And he rose again. And he invites us to place our trust in him. You see, you have infinite worth because the infinite God of the universe died for you. And if you turn to him, well, then we can start using other words to describe your identity. Words like the beloved, my child, the redeemed, the forgiven one. I don't know about you, but when it comes to my identity and the mistakes and the messes that I've made, I want those words to describe me. Now, we could be talking about this for a long, long time, and we're gonna keep talking. So for now, I'd love to hear from you. What questions do you have? Like, maybe you're wondering if God really can forgive your mistakes or what it means to trust in Jesus. Well, as always, if you have questions or comments, whatever it might be, just leave those below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, subscribe. Maybe share it with a friend. We'll see you next time.